My name is Toya Lee Simmons, and this is my Culture Diversity presentation. I was born to my parents, Louise and Kenneth Green, in Memphis, Tennessee, in a neighborhood that was predominantly black, and I went to an all-black school. As I continued to experience life, my siblings and I were removed from the home with my mom and placed under my aunt's custody. At that point, I moved to Newport News, Virginia, which was my home for the next couple of years. While living in Virginia, I was introduced to people of all cultures and nationalities because of the diverse community and school I went to. Because I went to a school that was diverse, I then learned to accept people for who they were. At this point, I learned and better understood that all people don't look like me. As I got older, I gravitated toward different people and different things. While we are all different people from different cultures and backgrounds, dominance and subordinates play a part in each person's life, both positively and negatively. Dominants are when someone or something tends to have power and control, while subordinates are when one is treated with less importance or is under the authority or control of another. I was unaware of my dominance before now, and later found to be dominant in many ways. I possessed the dominance of being married. Marriage is usually held on a high pedestal and seen as powerful because it is said to be a necessity to an American family's survival by the United States government. Looking at reasons I was subordinate was much easier than dominant. Being a mother is not a bad thing, but is a form of subordinates. While I am an adult and is in control of situations, I still have to cater to my children, which makes them, at that point, the dominant group. Children have the privilege of being provided for, while parents have to work hard to make sure they have everything they need. There are times when my children's needs and activities outweigh what's important to me at the time.
Bruh. Tired. I've been here since 9 this morning. And it's finna be 7 o'clock. Cheer competition. What you do for your children? I'm tired of some up. Look at my eyes. I go home work when I get home. Not on this day.
While I am aware that I don't know all I need to know, I thought I knew enough about other cultures to become a social worker. I apparently need to learn more because before the course, I scored a 116 on the culturally competent practice and a 155 on the culturally competent within culturally diverse groups. So I dove right in and began to immerse on other groups. On the journey to becoming culturally competent, I had the pleasure of visiting an event on campus called the Diwali Night and Taste of India. Diwali Night was full of knowledge and excitement. The night began with an intro to what Diwali was. Diwali is a festival of lights. It consists of lights and prayer, which symbolize the goodness of light versus darkness and good versus evil. The festival lasts 5 days. Diwali is actually celebrated on the third day. Those who celebrate decorate their homes or a particular area with candles, lights, and colored sand and rice patterns on the floor. Fireworks are part of the light show as well. The traditional night also consists of Indian sweets, dancing, and gifts. Diwali is like what Christmas is to the American culture. This event showed me that all cultures are similar in many ways, but with their own cultural traditions. Later, I had the pleasure of speaking with a young lady from Democratic Republic Congo and learning a little of her cultural traditions. As I sat and spoke with Miss Republic, she explained to me the living conditions in Congo. Some of their homes were made of a mixture of cement, sand, and water, and a roof of grass. Those who mainly occupied these homes were less fortunate, while apartments and better homes were deemed for those a little more fortunate. As I began to feel sympathetic, as a social worker would, I was told not to be sympathetic because they were very strong people and they were taught to be strong within their culture. The food was different as well, depending on the season, the amount of wealth, and availability. Miss Republic expressed to me that she was a newlywed and the norms of Democratic Republic Congo is still important to incorporate in her wedding, even though she lives in the U.S. It's customary to have a number of weddings, at least 3 or 4. Overall, the cultural immersion has helped me to understand how to apply the NASW standards of the social work practice and how to put together a plan that will allow me to communicate with my clients effectively. The knowledge and experiences I've gained have helped me to raise my scores to 143 on the Culturally Awareness Self-Assessment and a 264 on the Culturally Competence within Culturally Diverse Groups post-test. After this class, I have learned the importance of human relationships. Human relationships are essential to enhancing the well-being of individuals. I have also gained some competence, which I will continue to work to grow in that area.